Alright guys, the video you've been waiting for, our wing fullbacks and our centres. So I'm making this video on Tuesday night, so before any judiciary, anything like that. So we obviously know Pap's out, but we're not sure on Latrell and Mom in terms of their sentencing and what's going to happen with theirs as to if you hold them or anything like that. So if they're playing or if they're only out for a week or two, I think they're all definitely holds. Anything 3 weeks plus, then I'm obviously going to give you some good options here in that one. So just be aware of that when you're watching this. But if you're enjoying it, please hit like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. In our centres here, so we've got Mom. You're holding him if it's 2 weeks, for sure, because he's a keeper. Anything more than that, then he is out. We have Peachy. I think he's a really cool option. They played the round, sorry, they played the round 13 bye. He is a 13. He's going to do great for your squad. In terms of anything else in this squad, we have Avarillo. I think at 382k now, I don't think he's an option. I think it was all right at 290. And if you hold on to him, great, and you can play him this week. I think that's just the easiest thing to do, is just move him over and play him. On our side here with our guys over there is best. I think he is close to the best option. Was that bad? Do I need to say that? They're playing round 13. He won't be in Origin this year. 595k, great option for your squad. Gags is moving to the wing. I think I'm going to hold off on him at the moment. Burton, I wouldn't be bringing in. Lomax, chance he plays Origin. Good chance he doesn't as well, but he is, top two. I think him, Lomax, and Peachy, sorry, top three options in the centre. So whichever one you like to watch more, they're all going to be good. Lomax, they do play in round 13, so he's going to be good for that. Yes, all three of them do, and all going to be great options going forward. Jordi Rapana, I would be holding off on him. It is good that he's centre and wing fullback cover, but they don't play round 13, so I'd be holding off on him. Niokore, I'd probably lean against. Just, he had a great couple of games at the start. There's a chance Wonga Blake comes back. He hasn't been scoring as well lately. Great that he has dual position, but I don't think he's the best option for your squad. Joey Manu has been struggling a little bit since the Roosters lost Kiri, and of course I brought him in. Great work. Graham, I think it's hard for him with, they're missing round 13 obviously as well, but they're just going left more than they go right. So I don't think you want to pick him up this week. He's had one really great week, and he will get back to those really good scores, but I think timing him is a little bit better. Is going to be a little bit better than picking him up on the cheap, if that makes sense. Like once they start playing down that side a bit more and he gets more attacking options, I think that's probably when you get the momentum, and then you can jump in and pick him up. And someone like Jesse Ramien's a really interesting one. They obviously don't play round 13, but is he just an out and out gun at 484k? Well, let's find out, right? What's he done in the past for you? Has he been someone that's scored really well over the last bunch of years? Let's look at 2020. What did he average last year? He averages, whoa, there's some bad ones, right? Has some good games, has some average ones. 19, 22, 24, 24, 48, 3, 32, 42, 18, 23, 23, 26. Look at that run of scores in a row. A couple of them obviously in 2019. But, dude, that's centers, right? This year he's been incredible. His 3 games he's played. 32, all base stats. Obviously some high tackle breaks in there. 48 with no tries, just 1 try assistance, 72, and he has a perfect game. So is he someone that can do that on a regular basis? No. Is he someone that's average mid-40s plus? No. He's always someone that threatens to do really well. He can average around 40 or just under over a season, but can he do it over the entirety of the season? And I'm not sure if he can do that yet. If you really like watching him as a player and you're like, I think there's a chance that this year's the year that he propels into a 600k player, averages 45, 50, then by all means go for it, but I'm not going to advocate for it, especially when he's not playing 13. You look at his next 5 opponents, they got the Dogs, which he should score well again this week, but Melbourne, Panthers, Rabbitohs, and St. George. So going to be pretty tough for him to score really well, I would imagine, over the next bunch of weeks. So something to think about, but a nice point of difference player at 2% ownership. So that's Ramien there. Who else we can roll with there? Brian Kelly's also a decent option, doesn't play in round 13. Jack Bird and Opacek are also good. So what we're seeing is a lot of good center options. So if you don't have anyone good in the centers at the moment, if you stumbled upon someone bad, I think you've missed out. I don't know how you've done that, because the majority of them are going well. Bird has the pedigree to go really well, and he's done it in the past, and I think he can do it again if he stays on the park. He looks like he's playing much better now. That first game, in the trial games, he looked only okay, but he's been much improved since then. Opacek, I think this is what he's going to average. I don't see him becoming a keeper. So Bird has more of a chance to become a keeper. Plays round 13. I think he is going to be a solid option for your squad over Opacek if you're looking in that range there, that 450 range. Kotrick is probably a sell at this point. Playing on the wing. Hopawade, yeah, you could use him as some cover, but I think, you know, we can go Hopper, we can go Ben Hampton. I think Hampton, I'm looking to only make one trade this week because I need someone to play Pap in my team. This is a people squad. And Hampton, I might have to do it. I don't want to make 2 trades. I just don't want to do it for Pap, even if it's a couple of weeks. So we'll find out more, obviously, in the next few days. But Hampton could be one just to come in, do a job for you over the next bunch of weeks. You know, they don't play round 13, so you move him on then and make that trade. So it's a tough one, but I think if he can average close to 40 over that next bunch of weeks, and you have to play him, I think he's a solid option. Other than that, there's no one really too much to talk about in terms of Roberts. I think he's got to hold him this week with all the guys out with suspension injury, and other than that, that's all we got. Guys, for the tour, good. Musgrove, I don't think he's not hit. Like if he can keep his spot, then he'll be cool to play in round 13, but I wouldn't expect him to score well. And by the end of that, he should have dual position in centre and wing fullback. That's about all, guys. Let me know what you thought about around those, the centres and wing fullbacks. I'm having to move on to the wing fullbacks. Go on. Getting ahead of myself. It's late at night, you can tell. Wing fullbacks. All right. So if you're looking for straight swaps for Latrell, if he's out for multiple weeks, Pappenhausen I wouldn't trade at this stage. We don't know what's going on in terms of his injury, but Ponga's a great option. He will be playing Origin, you'd imagine. So you got him until round 13, but I think you just hold him for the entirety of the year. 822k, set and forget. Great player. Morris I'd be holding off on. Brian To'o, but I wouldn't be trading. I saw some people wanted to trade him out. Don't do that. Brian To'o, been a great option. Incredible average on the wing, and I think you can keep that up. Would you select him over Roger? I think you would. Roger doesn't play round 13, which is annoying. But To'o does, unless he plays Origin. So he's a cool option. Gutherson is also playing well, so I imagine a lot of people will pick him up over the Origin period as well. A lot of these Eels, a lot of Eels players will have a high ownership come round 13, that's for sure. We spoke about Dewey already as being a good option in the wing fullback. Tufty, people are thinking about trading him out. I think you just got to hold him. Yeah, with all the injuries at the moment, I think you just hold him there and he plays around 13. Lock him in. Nofaluma is going to be an interesting one as he plays in round 13 as well. And it's really cool to see, all the options that are in this centre and wing fullback that actually play around 13. So I think we're going to be okay in that scenario. If he keeps dropping in price, I think he's going to be cool under, high 400s, low 500s. He'll be a good option. Holmes, I'd probably steer clear of. They don't play 13. Trbojevic, they don't play 13 either, but he, at 503k is well underpriced. That's why we were looking to pick him up at the start of the season. So Tommy Trbojevic will be cool. I know a lot of people will pick him up as a straight swap for Latrell or whatever they're going to do. Some people will trade Momorowski out, whatever. Or you can straight swap him for one of your Fulmanos or Spencers if you've got a little bit extra cash in the bank, etc. Or if you're picking up a Simkin and you can go up from a Lenu to a Trob. So he's going to be a good option. Can't complain there. Brimson I'd still be holding at 485k. That's crazy. Another one of those guys I'd probably wait like Graham to launch into when they start to build some momentum. Farnworth's back this week, not an option. Crichton I'd be holding. Hiroti I wouldn't touch at that price. Hopper, Hampton we spoke about. Corey Allen, wow, got his low, 308k. That's about all, guys. That's with the wing fullbacks. Yeah, that's about all. Let me know your thought about that one, guys. We'll catch you in the next bunch of videos when we talk about the trades that the people squad's making and my teams as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Catch you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.